Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Tuesday, June 3rd. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are Bishop Robert Griffin, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about us.
Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world.
In 2025, we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots magazine, the 5th anniversary of Queer News Tonight, with nearly 10,000 stories and 10 million views in 2024. We will produce the 25th anniversary of the Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival on June 14th, Pride Fest Diversity Pride in August, and Pride Fort Lauderdale next February.
We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. The faithful are divided about gender-affirming care. 26 U.S. states have banned or limited gender-affirming care for teens. Faith leaders are divided on the issue. The Roman Catholic Church's official stance is that such care violates human dignity. Apparently, denying people the right to explore and express the truth of their lives somehow preserves dignity, but the Queer God Squad fails to see how. The Southern Baptist Convention passed a resolution in 2023 calling gender-affirming care an assault on God's created order. The Queer God Squad wonders at the frailty and inconsistency of a God that creates transgender people and gives humans the intelligence and skill to offer gender-affirming care, but then feels threatened when humans use their agency and their learning to provide it. What a fragile God that would need such ardent defense. The Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism condemned recent executive orders by the Trump administration, limiting the federal recognition of gender to male and female and attempting to ban transgender soldiers from military service. RAC Director Rabbi Jonah Pesner says the Torah emphasizes compassion for people differently from you. And I'm quoting Rabbi Pesner. The Torah really focuses on love, he said. We were a people that experienced oppression and slavery in Egypt, and the biblical text repeats 36 different times in 36 different ways. Because you were enslaved in Egypt as strangers, you should love the stranger, end quote. Pesner says that love means allowing people to get the medical care they determine that they need. As you might imagine, the Queer God Squad agrees with Rabbi Pesner.
Yes.
Yes, we do. You know, a very wise person told me one time, and I've said this before, I don't know what it's like to be anybody but me. My wife Amy said that. And if somebody comes and says, you know, this is how I feel. My gender does not match my biological sex. They want to change it. I say go for it. We don't have the right to make those decisions. We can't tell anybody what their life should be or shouldn't be. There's people that are a whole lot smarter than me that they can work with that can help them make those decisions. You come and you say, this is my choice, this is my life, go for it. Go for it.
I saw recently a demonstration of what, just so people sort of understand what people who are different this way go through. And on the outside, it said corn, a can of corn, and on the inside, it was a can of peas.
Okay.
And so this is what you look like, judging by the can that this is corn. But inside is something completely different, and you wouldn't know until you looked in and made allowances or whatever. So that's I like that. Also, the pictures that were up there. There was a very tall woman. We know her. She is a Metropolitan Community Church's pastor in Brazil. She is, in fact, she did a lot of work in Brazil, bringing trans people into the national conversation. She is very public there. So trans people can be leaders in denominations and leaders of churches. So yes, if we affirm people for what they are, they can then share their gifts and everyone benefits. So yeah, I also want to know that we're talking about gender affirming care. part of our job is healing.
Yes.
You know, healing. And healing is to help people experience wholeness. And so gender affirming care, helping people experience their truth and their wholeness, that's a healing ministry. That's a healing gift. So gender affirming care for me isn't a political debate.
Right.
It is an act of healing. And it is our job as prophets and healers and priests and caregivers to help people heal. So this, giving people the care they need to be who they are, that's healing, and that's one of the reasons we're even here.
I am so undone by people who think that just because they pass a resolution, they have therefore confirmed and put God in the box of what God can and cannot do.
Yeah.
I am so glad that the God of my understanding is much bigger than any resolution, any denomination will pass to condemn or to confine what someone and how someone wants to express how they want to live or how they want to love. God is bigger than that.
Yeah.
And it just disturbs me when we're going to pass a resolution that God only will accept one man and one woman in marriage. Stop that. Yes. You know, come on, folks.
Yeah.
If God is big enough for all of this, God is big enough to include people the way God wants to have them live their lives. And trying to put somebody in a box all the time, it's just not, it's not helpful, it's not holy, it is not spiritual, it is not healing. Part of our job is Bishop Watkins said, is about helping people heal. We're in the healing business.
Yeah.
And let's help people heal from the trauma they've already gone through to accept the person they're living into.
Yep.
I read somewhere once where a person wrote, if your God believes in everything that you believe in, you've put your God in a box.
Yeah.
Your God is no longer omnipresent. There's no more fully covered. And I have to say to anyone out there who has discovered that they are a can of peas with a corn covering, then you have more courage than most people out here have. You have been able to do some great reflection and understanding of yourself. And there are a whole lot of us who, I'm almost 70 years old, and I'm not sure that I'm that secure in who I am. But to be able to get up in front of family and friends and say, this is who I really am, and to stand by that, no government can tell you anything different than what you know in your heart. So all of these measures that attempt to put you back in a box will never succeed as long as you continue to stand up for yourself. And I do believe that you will continue to do so.
And this is so simple because we make ourselves look so silly and mean and irrelevant by trying to control what people can think and be and feel and express. If you look at a person and if they with their partner are happier than when they were lonely, or if they are happier dressing a certain way than they were when they were forced to dress another way, if living the way they live, costing you nothing, by the way, taking not a dime from your pocket, if you see them and they're happy, why can't you just let them have that? Why would you spend one vote, one moment, $1, one conversation trying to take that from them? It cost you nothing. It didn't take a day off of your life. It didn't take a dime out of your purse. You can't just let them be them and be happy?
Yeah.
And so I'm so petty and so mean and so micromanaging of other people's lives because Jesus or God or blah, blah. No. Stop finding someone to blame. Let people be happy.
Yeah.
And if Jesus doesn't want people to be happy, then you might want to move on from Jesus.
Yeah.
I think Jesus would want people to be happy, but whatever. Whether he did or didn't, I do. I want people to be happy, and I want people to stop trying to make happy people unhappy. There.
Amen.
And that's today with the Queer God Squad.
Before we go, we want to invite you to join Sunshine Cathedral on a wonderful travel experience and help our mission for our community. Join us on the Florida AIDS Walk Pride Cruise. This unique 3-day cruise will sail from Miami on the $1 billion and ultra-deluxe 170,000-ton MSC Seascape on November 2nd, 2025. The cruise is for the Florida AIDS Walk. Your participation helps 13 vital beneficiaries in our community. The cruise is an incredible value starting at just $199 and is also a fundraiser for the Sunshine Cathedral. Parties, special events, and more aboard, including a special unlimited beverage and open bar with Wi-Fi for all 3 days for just $68. We invite you to join us on this amazing cruise for fun, this vital cruise for good.
I invite you to share this episode on your social media, and I also welcome you to find Sunshine Cathedral on Facebook or Instagram. You can also like our bishop pages on Facebook. My page is Bishop Robert Griffin, D-Men, and Darrell's is Bishop Darrell Watkins, D-Men. We're also on TikTok. Remember to visit sunshinecathedral.org frequently. There you will find also Bishop Talk, where I often talk with Bishop Darrell, interview queer religious leaders, activists, and scholars.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we are all in this together.
Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.